Right.
Okay,
After after the talk, mental health and marriage. After the talk.
after the talk, hey guys, we get ready to have a good old discussion about that wonderful discussion we just had with those two couples, the Curtises and the Cherries. Oh man, I love those couples. Weren't they great? What do you think? How'd it go? How'd it go?
Yes, I love that one. I just appreciated them being transparent and sharing with us what worked, and they didn't have many challenges, which is a blessing. Um, but I appreciate them sharing some nuggets because I know a lot of people want to know, how did you stay together during the pandemic? Um, so I really appreciated what the Curtises and the Cherries had to share. How about you?
I thought it was great, and it was a combination. For me, it was a combination of laughter, combination of some spiritual insight in there, and not only that, but it just left me wanting having more questions. My thing is questions, and I still got questions for them. So I'm looking forward to having this discussion again. And I think it's always good sometimes to hear new voices, different voices telling you what you've heard before, or maybe looking at it from a 2020 pandemic situation versus what you've heard before. So I thought it was awesome, and I don't say that lightly, um, because I think that they were very transparent and open with us. So I thought it was great.
Yeah. I I think the key too is just showing how the Cherries were married 18 years, the Curtis is 3, but yet I think it's about maturity because the Curtises, you would have thought they'd been married about 20, 30 years. You know what I'm saying? They seem to really be in tune with each other, seem to really know each other and have each other's back, you know? I think that was nice to hear. And the Cherries the same. It's like they grew to know each other, and I appreciated them sharing that journey. You know what I'm saying? Because I think they said they admitted they married young, and they didn't know it all in the beginning, and through life and through grace, through mercy, here they are 18 years strong. So my hat's off to them.
Yeah, and I think that one of the key things that stands out to me from it all is that marriage, even though you become one, you have to grow as an individual.
Mm-hmm.
Self development, self reflection, those things that you do for yourself can allow you to step into that oneness, that being equally yoked, that being that bonding that needs to happen, when you develop the self and have a sense of self first.
Yeah.
Um, and so I think that that's why and how those two are really able to appear as if they've been married for years, because life has matured them. Situations have taken them there, and they didn't have to tell it. But the level of connectivity and their trust in God, I think that those combination of those things is really what can help mature something and give something strength. So I believe that both of those couples demonstrated that godly connection, but also they gave a message of personal growth and development that kind of allows them to sustain and become mature. So it was something when Jermaine said, well, I started listening to her in the pandemic. I said, whoa, but that's
Yeah, but
again.
that's the turning point. I think the pandemic has brought a lot of rejuvenated life to a lot of things, including marriages. While some people, weren't able to see things through, others have been able to. And I think it just makes you closer. Crisis brings everybody closer. And so one of the key nuggets I think Apostle shared, Tamora shared about, um, what was it about? Prospering through the pandemic or persevering through the pandemic, with some P's in there.
Pushing and pulling.
Yep, pushing, pulling through the pandemic. And that's what it takes. I mean, marriage is work. Anybody tell you it ain't, I don't know if they really married. Check them papers. Because marriage is work. And I mean, it is what it is. And I think Shakia shared, you got two people together who have used to being apart, used to being alone. Now you come together in a union. You're not going to always agree, but you got to put that work in, and be on the same page. So what you think? Maybe we should phone one of our viewers and see what they had to say.
Yeah, but who we got though? We need somebody that's gonna be good.
Oh, let's see. I think I got somebody in mind.
You got somebody? Because I ain't got nobody.
Let's see. I'm gonna call and let's see if they answer.
Ring. They paid the phone bill.
Hello?
Hello, Mr. Antoine Yelverton?
What? I thought you had somebody else.
I do. It's my special guest. I got my own hubby on the line. Yes. Couldn't have
How are you, sir?
Couldn't have a Gravity Talks.
Hello, guys. So I'm a special guest. What's going on?
Praise God. So we're doing the after talk, and I'm gonna tell you. So how has it been for the pandemic? As a couple, how you thriving and striving through?
Say that one more time, Miss Natasha. I couldn't hear you. I'm sorry.
I said, how has it been as a married couple in this pandemic? How you striving through?
It's been real. It's been real in the field.
Hold on, you're doing a lot of laughing. What's up? What's up with that?
No, I'm joking with her. I'm laughing because she dove right into it. She ain't got no punches. She wants to see what's going on.
Hey, you start laughing. I was gonna let you talk, because everybody been nice and sweet here in the past hour. So I ain't know what you had.
It's all good. Well, no, I enjoyed the show. I enjoyed the couples that you guys had up there. It was funny, but to the midst of it all, we rolling with the punches just like everybody else as a couple. You know what I'm saying? There's been some huge adjustments, obviously, with the boys and everything else, but we making do. You know how it is.
Awesome. Now, what was your favorite part about the show? What was the takeaway?
Say that one more time.
What was your favorite part about the show? What did you take away?
I think the best part, obviously, hands down, with them giving props to a higher being, obviously God. Definitely being a part of their relationship and giving them props overall. Everybody has their ups and have their downs, but I just like it. We're both, without a question, had that important factor in their relationship. But it was great.
So, Antoine, what would you say as far as with the pandemic? The Cherries and the Curtises kind of shared what has kind of pulled them through, or what was birthed during the pandemic. What would you say in regards to our marriage, regarding the pandemic? Has there been anything new that has come from this, or anything that, as you look back and reflect, gives you a different viewpoint on?
I would say definitely the ironic thing that sticks out is that obviously those couples, they work together. So in essence, they are spouses and business partners. And obviously, we can relate to that, which is definitely a blessing. It's been a great thing. But overall, I feel like it has brought us together more of a sense of the family structure. Obviously, we some grinders, so it's 24/7 nonstop work, grind. But, with this COVID thing, in essence, it had to make us slow down and sit down and kind of smell the roses a little bit. And I felt like we've gotten a little closer, definitely with the boys, and just being more at home. Obviously, it's played to an advantage for us. So, how do you feel about it?
I'm asking the questions. I'm the host.
Well, y'all go ahead. I'm gonna sit back and listen.
So, I feel that the pandemic definitely has brought us closer, as far as, appreciating life together more, appreciating and, really acknowledging the blessings that we have throughout the pandemic, because we're still in it. And just knowing that, you're right there with me, and I'm right there with you, that we can pretty much conquer anything together. But the scary part about the pandemic is that it doesn't discriminate against anybody. And so that still weighs heavy on the back of our minds, as we still are essential workers, and we go out and we do what we do at work, and we do what we do also for self-care. We don't sit in the house. That kind of concerns me at times, but I know that we need to do that in order to continue to be who we are. And in order for us to continue to remain tight as a couple, we both do our own things that help us through with stress and things like that. That's why I asked the couples about their alone time. A lot of times that's still necessary, but some people need it, some people don't. And like the husband said, they have a big house, so they just go in one part of the house and the other one go in the other part of the house. So I think the pandemic has given us time to reflect and appreciate. And I like what Jermaine shared, is that I ain't going nowhere. You ain't going nowhere, are you? Hello?
No, I was just joking with that.
Who does that?
All my people want to show out. Ashton, first Ashton, now my husband. I'm like, really?
Yeah.
That's what y'all doing to me?
No, you set yourself up for that response. You did.
I did.
She set herself up. But no, it's all good, baby. You my ride or die. My bottom.
Oh, Lord have mercy. This is public. This is like on the World Wide Web. Saying everybody
It's all
watching
good.
this.
They know what time it is. It is what it is.
It is
So
what it is.
you ashamed of me now? You don't want to call me. You want me to be on the talk after show. You want the real or the fake? You want the fluff?
Hey. You got them grills in your teeth.
I can put them in though. Y'all gonna put me on?
Wait, no.
No,
That's okay.
Y'all need to
Nothing real. Bottoms and no. We good.
Now, Miss Natasha, look, I'm gonna keep it 100, and everybody that's on this call, she knows she like the diversification that I bring to the table. She don't like straight corporate all the time, So it is what it is.
Man, I didn't know what you was about to say. Ooh, that was good. Okay, you know, straight up with you. I didn't know what was coming out next. I just didn't know. Okay, whew, I can breathe now. But yes, that's good
What
stuff.
else y'all got for me? What's up?
Thank you for being on the show. God bless you. Good night.
No, you got me. No, you call me. You want me on it. What's up?
Oh, Lord. Well, what you got? What's up? What else you want to talk about?
It's good though. It's good. Like I said, I enjoyed the comments that were made. I think with Jermaine, he's always funny. So it was good. It was good. So he tried to throw his plug in, obviously, with the new ventures that he got coming up, which was great. With Dr. Chapman's teaching, a lot of people don't play to it, but he said some great ideas and some capitalizations coming out of the mix of all this, and I can really see that. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes, people just say, okay, when I'm gonna get my break or my big discovery. But I really think after this pandemic is over, what they think is first quarter of next year, I think it's going to be a lot of great opportunities for people that they haven't had before. Yeah. I really envision that.
Yeah.
So
because
you got to take the good with the bad. I think using the sports analogy, it's kind of like we took a halftime, we took a break, we took a water break, and we're gonna get back in the game soon. But are you gonna be ready?
I'm ready, Coach. Put me in.
Miss Natasha, you ready?
I ain't stopped, baby. I've been rolling ever since, so it's all good over here. I already know. I just adjusted and adapted, but we still rolling. I'm just making it, I ain't stopped. I feel like I'm doing more. But I am ready for my next, and I'm ready for for fulfillment of some of the things that God has spoken. I'm looking forward to come while we're still in this pandemic. So I'm not rushing this thing because there have been so many blessings that have happened in the midst of all of this. So I'm not rushing nothing. We still living, we still thriving, and we still surviving. And God is placing us in a better, okay, I'm gonna stop. I digress. But God is placing us in a better position, in a place where we can be a help and a better help to other people. And so when people begin to think about this as if it being something bad, it's almost the best thing that's ever happened to someone, because they're actually able to focus on themselves. When you have to sit down and sit at home and you can't do nothing for nobody else and you have to focus on yourself and God, sometimes that's the best blessing in the world. And we ain't coming out of this empty. We're coming out full, and we're coming out with so much speed and power and energy behind it. So I don't even know what's going to be next. Eyes have not seen nor ear heard. I'm going to stop right there. But yes.
Again, when you get in line with your purpose, for such a time as this, you just don't know how or when you're going to be thrust into that. And so I think with this pandemic, it has caused a lot of us to stop, drop, and roll. And from that, how do you push through, and what pushes out through the pandemic? And I think that's the key. Like Antoine shared, and again, the Cherry shared, and the Curtises, now's not the time to be stagnant. Now's the time to keep moving. And what's your next move going to be? So, Mr. Yelverton, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We just wanted to chime in and have one of our special viewers share their thoughts on how they felt today's segment went.
Of course. That's all y'all have for me? That's all y'all got?
Yes, sir. That's all we got.
Well, I got more stuff, but she already ended the thing, so I ain't gonna say nothing else.
No more marriage questions about me and Vic. Inquiring minds want to know what's up. Y'all ain't got nothing else for me?
Okay, what's up, streaming audience? Y'all got any questions for the Yelvertons?
Where y'all meet at?
Huh?
Where did y'all meet at?
Where did we meet?
Yeah.
Okay, you want the Gina version or the Martin version?
You can give me your version. I'll give him mine.
I mean, we met at East Carolina University, Pirate Pride, you know what I'm saying, at a homecoming.
We almost made it a whole day without talking about pirates. Here we go. Okay.
Well, you got two pirates on the line. And I was at the homecoming, fly, you know what I'm saying, represent, minding my own business, and this handsome fella, approached, and the rest was history. You know what I'm saying?
What'd he say?
What'd you say, babe? What'd you say?
It's Natasha.
You want to talk? Let's talk.
No, what it was, this is how it went down. It was tight. I have to admit, it was tight. So one of her friends introduced us.
Right.
Maybe like a year before. And then the following year, obviously, it was still homecoming. We ran across each other, and I apologized to her. I couldn't remember her name. She was like, "You can't even remember my name."
Yeah, because
so what happened is, I said, "What's your name?" She said, Vicky Smith. And she said it with a little sassiness to her voice, right? So I grabbed her hand and I kissed it. And I said, "I'll never forget again." And then walked away. Cold-blooded.
You didn't look back. Did you look back?
Listen to the weekend, Miss Natasha. Who is this guy? Who is this? What do you do? Boom, 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 boom. So after that, like she said, it was history.
Well, how you feel when he kissed your hand, girl?
That pimp just got her.
You know how I felt. I said, okay. I see he got a little plan. He had little cowboy boots on, you know what I'm saying? And he had the spurs. He had the spurs on the back of him. That's what really got me right there. Had a little ECU pen because he was in the business program. And so he was repping his pen on his lapel. And I said, and he's smart. Okay. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
So how this getting all mushy. So how you know he was the one though? What made you know he was?
Oh, that's good.
And after this, I'm getting off here with y'all. Y'all not looking.
I think that's a great question. Okay, so how I knew he was the one. He just was a gentleman. Like, he was everything that I had prayed about. He was smart. He was very respectful. He was real gentleman-like, opening doors and stuff like that, and taking me out to eat. And I love to eat, so he had me at hello right there. And he's handsome, and he ain't had no drama with him. He was low key. He was in the MBA program. He was just real cool, chill. You know what I'm saying? And I just was like, okay, I like that. He about his business. And so from there,
you was waiting. You was waiting to exhale.
I knew he was the one.
Okay, now wait. Now hold on. Stop right there. So Antoine, how did you propose to him?
No, ask him how he knew I was the one.
No, I already asked you. I want to ask you.
His time was different. You got 5 minutes. 5 more minutes.
Time was different.
We got 5 minutes, so I want my question answered.
What was your question, man?
2 questions. How did you know I was the one?
How did I know you were the one? So I think it was maybe after 1 or 2 dates and getting to really know you and conversate with you, see where your mind was. Obviously, I was going through some things, still in school, broke, ain't had no money, but you were still intrigued. But I think it was when I finally realized, like, man, it felt like I'm talking to myself. I'm talking to the female. They used to call me Killer back in the day. So I was like, man, I'm talking to Killer. We got the same ambition, the same dream, the same want, the same drive. I'm like, this right here might be the one right there. What's up? Let's do it. Let's get it. So that was when I realized she was the one, when we just really had them cool moments talking, well, no strings attached to anything. And it was just real in the field. So what was the other question?
How did you propose?
How did I propose?
Ain't that what you said, Natasha? What was your question?
What I said, but I was asking you. Took the questions over.
Go ahead, Natasha. Go ahead.
He couldn't hear you. He couldn't hear you.
He forgot because you put another question in there. Okay, so what I was asking, how did you propose? I'm just inquiring minds want to know.
How did I propose to her? It was maybe after 2 years of dating, I got really cool with a couple that Vicky knew for a while. It really is her best friend and her husband. So I've been considering, like, before I even did it, I was considering, like, for a couple of months, you know what I'm saying, just starting out. I think I just got into banking and started making a little money. So I was able to save up, get a nice ring and all that. But we took a trip down to Houston for Essence Festival. And we went out to dinner. The other couple, we went out with my friend Ann and Prince, and went to a nice restaurant. She had no idea. So she was so excited to see them. We haven't seen them in a while. We was carrying on at the table. So she just kept talking. So I was like, well, why do you keep talking? So how do you know I got something to ask you? So she kept rambling on, like, what are you talking about? And I kept rambling on. So I said, okay. So I pulled back the chair, got down on one knee, and then I read her poem, and then I proposed to her on the spot. So I was like, what we're gonna do? We're gonna rock this thing out. Let's do it.
I was like,
and she went ballistic. She went crazy. Just all off the chain. The whole restaurant was watching everything. It was tight, man. It was tight. I killed it.
Killer got to kill it, right?
One for the record book.
Wow. Well, congratulations, guys, on 13 years. And I'd say that's awesome juice, awesome news. It's always to hear how people do it. And every love story is different, but, that's what makes it your own. Thank you so much, Mr. Antoine, for sharing with us. Awesome, awesome, awesome. We appreciate all of your support.
Yes.
Thank you, guys. It was fun. I appreciate it.
All right. Well, thank you, hon, for joining us tonight. And I'll see you in a little while.
All right, baby.
All right. Love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Now, I heard that. I see you in a little while. The people didn't need all that. The people did not need all that.
This ain't mental health and the children. This the grown people show right here.
All right, I got somebody I want to call then. Hold on. No, I'm just playing.
Well, that concludes our gravity talk after the talk. Let's see. My aunt has chimed in and she said, now this show is a popcorn moment. I forgot my auntie on
And
here.
it wasn't you, it was him. He said he started talking. He
said, y'all ain't got nothing else for me. I want to talk. But today's show was awesome. Mental health and marriage. Again, shout out to Team Curtis and Team Cherry for joining us this afternoon and sharing. And so what we got coming up next week again?
Before I tell you what's coming up next week, I want to say this. We want to thank all of our supporters, all of our viewers. Some of you guys did not miss the beat. And if you're not live, you make sure you watch it later on. Let me tell you something. That's real love. And I appreciate that from the bottom of my heart. You know, like I say all the time, we got to stick together. And we're out here trying to spread awareness. We're trying to keep people alive. We're trying to bring people together. And we're trying to thrive through this whole thing called the pandemic. But not only that, but we're trying to thrive through this thing called life. And I believe that, the more we're aware that wellness can actually show up and take off. And so thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for liking and sharing. It's really, really appreciated. And it's not going unnoticed. We try to thank everybody when we see it. But also another thing, guys, if you would like to be a sponsor, we've been sharing this thing. We've been doing this since May, and it's been awesome. It's been a wonderful experience for me. I've grown, I've developed. So if you guys would like to be a sponsor, definitely inbox us, hit us up, let us know. Any little bit is enough to let us know that we're pushing and that you're supporting and that you're with us on this mission. And definitely we're going to recognize you and acknowledge you for every show that you sponsor us with and for. So again, guys, thank you, thank you, thank you. But listen, guys, next week on Monday night at 7:00 p.m. Am I right? No, 4. Next Wednesday night at 4:00 p.m. Don't you know what? Ignore that part.
Wednesday afternoon at 4:00.
Wednesday afternoon. Why you even ask me? You know I mess this up every time.
We got Gravity Talks, mental health, and
divorce. It's gonna be, y'all, now the juice is coming out. They was good. The married folks was good because they got to stay together. We're gonna talk to these folks that ain't stayed together. Oh my goodness. I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't, and I'm not playing referee. Y'all know I like to talk. So I'm excited. I'm looking forward to the panelists that are gonna be on here. And I'm looking forward to the information that they're gonna share. And guess what? It's so heavy. We got 2 parts.
2 parts.
2 parts. So definitely, guys.
The ladies edition and the men's edition.
And the men's edition. We're not putting them on there together. We're gonna separate the 2, let them talk on different platforms and different opportunities to talk. So I can't wait, y'all. Listen, tell your mama, tell your cousin, tell your friend, tell your pal. It's going down next Wednesday at what time?
4:00, 4 p.m.
Again, guys, thank you so much. Have a blessed evening. And again, I love y'all. Spread the word. Gravity Talks.
Thank y'all. Bye-bye.